The reality is, the vast majority of UGC creators will never become financially successful. In my over 2 years being a full-time UGC creator, I found that there are 5 main reasons why UGC creators fail. And it has nothing to do with having the best camera or using the fanciest editing software or having thousands of followers. So today we're going to talk about the 5 things that might actually be holding you back from seeing success as a UGC creator. Make sure to stay until the end because the last one is by far the most important one and the one that can truly change your results. Let's start with one of the biggest ones. Why do UGC creators fail most of the time? Well, it's really easy. They give up way too soon. Here's what happens. They discover UGC, they get super excited, they start creating their first videos, they finish their portfolio, they start pitching to brands, but after a few weeks, they don't have any answers from brands, no results, no paid deals, and they start thinking that this is not for them and that this is not going to work, even though they've only been trying for a few weeks without any strategy. And that's normal. When you start out, you're going to feel extremely motivated. Trust me, I've been there. But after a few weeks or a few months, the motivation is just going to drop, which is completely normal. And at that point, you're going to have to rely on discipline. You're going to have to build strong habits in order to keep going. UGC is a long game. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's building a business, and like any business, it takes time. I always tell my students, if you treat UGC like a side hustle, it will pay you like one. But if you treat it like a business, it will easily replace your 9-to-5 income and much more. The hardest part isn't learning how to pitch or film. It's staying consistent long enough for the results to show. My biggest tip here is to not rely on motivation. Build a strong discipline that will help you show up even when you don't feel like it, because trust me, that's gonna happen. If you can just stick around for a few months, keep learning, keep improving, keep showing up, trust me, you'll already be ahead of 90% of creators. The second reason most creators fail is that they have no strategy. They just jump in and start creating random videos. They have no idea how to pitch, how to build a personal brand, or how to create videos that sell. They're basically trying it out and hoping it works. But in business, hope is not a strategy. You need to know who you're creating for, what kind of brands you want to attract, what makes you stand out from the crowd, and how to turn your content into actual paid deals. When I started, I was just doing whatever I saw other UGC creators were doing. But once I built a real strategy around pitching, pricing, positioning myself, and building a strong personal brand, everything changed. That's actually something I dive deep into my program, UGC Wealth Academy. I teach my exact strategy I personally use to pitch to brands, build a personal brand that attracts clients, and overall the entire process of getting consistent paid collabs. Because once you have that structure that works, you stop guessing and you start growing intentionally. The third one is a killer. You guessed it, lack of consistency. Everyone is motivated when they start, but motivation is temporary. What actually matters, as I was saying, is discipline. You cannot just show up when you feel inspired or when you feel like it. You need to show up when you don't feel like it, when your videos flop, when you don't get any answers from pitching for an entire month, when you have a slow month. That's how you truly build momentum. Think about it like the gym. You don't see results after one workout. You go every week for a few weeks and then you start seeing results. The same goes for UGC. If you just film a few videos and build your portfolio, pitch to a few brands, and then you stop, nothing is gonna happen. But if you consistently pitch, post, and improve your content week after week, trust me, the results will show up. The creators who win are the ones that treat UGC like a routine, not like a phase. My tip for you here is to set small, non-negotiable goals that you will get done every single week. Like for example, sending 50 DMs to brands per week to get their email contacts, pitching to 20 brands per week, and posting 3 times per week on your socials to build your personal brand. That's how you build momentum, not by doing everything at once, but by showing up over and over again. Okay, this one's a little personal because I've been there and I see it happening over and over again to my students. Comparison and self-doubt. It's completely normal, it happens to everyone, and that's why we need to talk about it. You're scrolling on TikTok and you see that creator making 10K per month and getting collabs with their dream brands, and suddenly you feel like you're behind. You start comparing your progress, your social media profiles, your income, basically everything. But here's what I want you to remember. You can't compare your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20. What you don't see behind those creators is the months of trial and error, rejection, and unpaid collaborations that got them there. And honestly, the comparison will paralyze you, because instead of focusing on improving your videos, you're obsessing over someone else's results. So if that's you, there's actually a mindset shift that really helped me. Don't look at other creators as competition. Look at them as proof that this is possible for you too. If someone else did it, it means you can do it as well. Finally, one of the most common reasons why 90% of UGC creators fail is that they don't focus on delivering content that gets results. So many creators focus only on making it look good. Pretty lighting, cute editing, aesthetic vibes. Brands don't pay only for that, they pay for performance. Does your video make people stop scrolling? Does it make them want to click or buy the product? Because trust me, if your videos perform, brands will come back over and over again. They're gonna hire you again, and that's how you truly find success as a UGC creator, building long-term relationships with brands. So you can have some stability, and you know that every month, when you have retainers, you're gonna make a certain amount of money every single month, no matter what. And that is key. The best UGC creators are the ones that constantly upgrade their skills. No matter if they've been doing UGC for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, it doesn't matter, because marketing evolves and we need to stay up to date on new trends and new ways of creating content. So we always need to improve, no matter what. You can try new hooks, study marketing psychology, analyze what's performing right now, and overall just keep getting better. That's also how you go from $100 videos to $1,000 brand deals. So if there's one thing I want you to take from this video, is that you need to focus on driving results to your clients. That's the key to scaling your UGC business, having long-term clients, and standing out from the crowd. So those are the 5 biggest reasons why most UGC creators fail. But the good news, every single one can be fixed with the right strategy, mindset, and guidance. If you're serious about building a profitable UGC business and you don't want to waste months trying to figure out what works and what doesn't, I would love to help you inside UGC Wealth Academy. It's my step-by-step program that teaches you everything. How to land clients, price your work, build your personal brand, and scale to consistent income. I'll leave the link in the description box, and if you have any questions or you want to learn more, you can reach out to me by DM on Instagram. I'm always happy to help. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which point hit you the hardest. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.